Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today we are going to be playing against Elox, a subscriber of mine actually that usually comments, and I'm very happy about that. And they're also making their own channel, I believe, and do post some of their matches there. So do go check it out if you have the mental capacity to withstand the circus as much as we do, and if you like the content, obviously. So, I'm playing with actually the first ever team that I featured on the channel, like, almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, the second Butcher Circus anniversary is coming up this 28th of May, actually. So maybe that's something to look forward to. Maybe we will be setting up a tournament in the following weeks. I am a little bit busy as of right now, but that might be something that will be coming up soon, hopefully. And the idea behind the team that I have here, behind my first team, was it's the unkillable comp. So I have an answer to everything. Against stress teams, I will have Cry of Havoc. Against damage teams, I will have Rejuvenating Vapors. I will have Suffer in the form of the Flagellant against Mark. And the Man-at-Arms is just going to be spamming that bellow and going to be doing the absolute best that you can do. My opponent is actually going for something a little bit similar, but at the same time very, very different. And we're just going to have to see how that turns out. I'm going to just go for a guard on that Antiquarian to both buff up my dodge and also to give her a lot of minus stress taken buffs, so even if they do decide to drop a Plague Grenade or something right now, they are unlikely to hit. Well, I guess they do have command, so maybe their hit chances are a little better. But yeah, I do have a lot of blight res anyway, so they're barely causing any stress for it, and this is just totally fine here. I can also transfer blights to my Flagellant if I really want to, and honestly, I'm quite happy about this situation right now. I am gonna be going, should I be going Rejuvenating Vapors? Yeah, you know what, whatever. Let's go Rejuvenating Vapors. It's gonna regen for a lot. It's gonna regen for more than what the Festering Vapors actually does, even with the Materia Pestis Trinket. Because it's gonna increase that blight duration of the blight skill chance by a lot, so it's gonna be blighting us for 4 rounds, if the blight does get applied, but we regen for 3 for 4 rounds, and the amount of stress that's going to be done is going to be, well, essentially meaningless, because with all the regens and the stress heals are going to be coming through, I'm hopefully going to be having a rather good time here. That's the plan, at least. I'm thinking if I should go for a punish. I'm gonna try wearing out Elox's Flagellant. I feel like this is a good idea for me, because he does have that exotic stuff, so he needs to keep using commands if he actually wants to hit his Exsanguinates. And since I get the first punish off, and since I have a lot of healing in the form of the Rejuvenating Vapors, I feel like the punish game here between the Flagellants is going to be better for me. We do both have the Gauntlet of Absolution, as you obviously should, but I feel like this might be just a little bit better for me, because I might be more prepared for it. He does have Battlefield Medicine though, so that's something to not look forward to, honestly. Should I use commands here? Maybe I could use commands if I was gonna go Hanseri and all that, but tell you what, I'm not gonna go Hanseri. I'm not that kind of team. I'm just gonna keep spamming Bellows, because that was the original idea that I had. My idea was to spam Bellow for like 20 rounds until I got heart attacks, using only Bellow as the offensive move. I've tried to stay as faithful to that as possible, but I was literally running Flagellant with an Eagle Eye Talisman, which gives me like 10 accuracy and 10% damage. I had to deviate a little bit from what the team was originally to actually make this a little more viable for myself. I hope you don't mind all that much. Though the idea is still the same here. We still have this backline doing this stellar job, and you have no idea how much stress healing Cry Havoc actually is. Unlike in the base game, I believe it's like a 66% chance or something like that. Here it's an 88. That's really reliable, and it's going to be healing for 23 stress on each character. And keeping in mind that I have trinkets like Gauntlet of Absolution, Tears of the Lost, I have Bolster being applied, that is a lot. That is a lot to be denying in terms of stress. We are pretty much never going to go afflicted, which is just awesome, obviously. I'm gonna click here. Oh, that is a little bit that I'm taking, but we don't mind. Yeah, we definitely don't mind. Let's apply this right here. Let's apply this guard dog on the Antiquarian. Our dodge is now up to 77, so his hit chance on us is also really terrible. He has to use way more commands if he actually wants to hit all my characters. So this is rather good. He doesn't have command on his man-at-arms, by the way, so that's really good for us, actually. Yeah, only hits 2 of our characters, does a surprising amount of stress to my man-at-arms, but I can always heal that away, so I'm not too concerned about this. One thing I am kind of concerned about is him going for battlefield medicine on his flagellant, and he can just clear all those bleeds away. So it's going to be a turn out of the Plague Doctor being devoted into the flagellant, that is true, but that's still a lot of bleeding that will be gone. And yeah, now he's changing the focus to my man-at-arms. If those bleeds go through, I'm kind of screwed because there's no way I can sustain both Punish bleeds and Festering Vapors blights just with the regen. That would be kind of difficult. I would have to start using Suffer. Speaking of Suffer, we're not going to use it just yet, we're going to keep using this Rejuvenating Vapor, so this is going to be essentially the gameplay. And let me tell you, it's going to win way more matches than you think. Yeah, because against Mark you have this Suffer, you have a really tanky team, because how is Mark going to deal against this? I mean, the Antiquarian is super well protected because the Houndmaster is a great dodge tank, the Man-at-Arms is a chunky boy, and even if you try marking him, the Flagellant is just gonna go Suffer and say no to any of that. So this is really good for us. Oh, he decides to guard that Flagellant, that is wild. That is actually wild that Elox goes for something like that here. I'm gonna have to say, I'm just gonna keep spamming Bellow, I honestly don't care. A Flagellant is gonna drop to Death's Door, and if he does decide not to heal, I will be threatening him with a Hound's Area or a Festering Vapors, even though that wasn't my idea. Yeah, he's gonna go for a heal, and I'm definitely not gonna go for a Hound's Area or a Festering Vapors or anything like that. But if he did decide to just keep the Flagellant there, I would have no qualms just going for the potential death blow. You kind of have to see those death blows as essentially a 20% chance of winning the match on the spot. At least that's how I like to look at it. Should I keep using Guard Dog? Honestly, how many buffs do you have? Not that much. I'm gonna use Guard Dog on the Man-at-Arms now. I'm gonna prevent him from keeping up the focus on my Man-at-Arms and keeping up that stress health. I'm just gonna try spreading it out a little bit, because once you do guard the character, that's minus 70% stress taken. That with Bolster pretty much means that you take 0 stress, honestly. An ability that would do like 8 or 10 is gonna be doing like 2. Yeah, 2, that's essentially nothing. Yeah, that is essentially nothing. I wonder if I should keep going for punishes here, because if he does get a crit without repulse, he starts taking like 0 stress, and that really sucks. And you know, I also take damage in return, but I can probably go for this. Yeah, that's 3 damage, and heals my stress as well, by the way. And we do apply the bleed. Of course, he can use Suffer, he can use Redeem eventually. If I do manage to pull out a Redeem, this will be great for us. Okay, that's not so great, actually. That is not so great. That's a lot of damage on my Flagellant. Maybe he has better defensive tools for this, honestly. I mean, my stress is adding up against him. It is adding up, so I might be winning this, but I'm not too sure. Because the thing is, he doesn't have a tool to clear stress. While he might have a bit of a better defense because of the battlefield medicine and the guard with the Protector's Kite, that's how the team is oriented. I might have a better stress offense because he doesn't have a way of actually clearing stress, aside from getting crits and you know, just concept of absolution. Okay, that's a Plague Grenade. This is still okay. We get to just go Rejuvenating Vapors, and we're rejuvenating way more than what he's actually doing back. So this is totally chill here. Yeah, let's go Rejuvenating Vapors for sure. Just drop that. I feel like I have to go for a Cry Havoc now, because that's already... I mean, that's 22, 28, 35. I feel like a Cry Havoc now would have a lot of value, just clearing a lot of that. But once again, do I want to go redeem this early with the Flagellant? I definitely don't. I definitely don't want to go redeem right now. This is kind of sad that I'm at this store already. He does have Festering Vapors, so I honestly, I might just go for a guard. Yeah, I might just go for a guard here. Then he's gonna start focusing my Man-at-Arms down again. So I'm gonna be eating through these Flagellant heals here as it is. I have 7 HP, I'm taking 18, I'm healing 12. Okay, so I have... he has a 13% hit chance on the doggy. Wow, that is nice. Okay, I'm healing a little bit of HP, and I do get to go first next round. So what I'm gonna do here is actually quite interesting. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this, but I can't go for a punish because I'll just suffer that though. I'll go for a suffer instead. I will suffer the... Oh, okay, that's a pass. It doesn't even matter, honestly. Elox just says, oof. Yeah, that is indeed a big oof. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. My action wasn't going to be all that meaningful. I was just going to use a suffer, but honestly, maybe even passing was the best play right there, because I can't go for a punish. I don't want to use one of my heals. And he passes as well. I'm gonna send him an XD. You weren't supposed to do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, now I don't have to go for a guard. Oh, you silly person. Why would you do something like that? I wasn't throwing. Passing was the best play for me. Now, unfortunately, we don't heal the mana arts. That's right. The Handmaster's stress heal is actually a little different from the Musketeers. It's an 88% chance on each character, not the group as a whole. So that's a little bit sad, honestly. That is just a touch sad, because the Man at Arms is the character that wants the healing right now. Oh, that's a daze. Oh, that could be scary. That could actually be really scary. The fact that that was a daze being applied. I'm gonna guard right now. This is gonna be my best chance of actually making it out of here alive, because if he... No, he only has one AoE actually. He doesn't have Hounseri. So I'm actually not that much in danger with my Flagellant. Elox says it was 0 to 1 damage, and then puts a very sad face. Yeah, that's kind of what Rampart does when you have Bellow debuffs being applied. I mean, considering I have Content of Absolution, sometimes it might just do 0 damage. I think I had 3 Bellow debuffs applied as well, so I'm quite happy that's how this turned out. Keep spamming Bellow. Keep spamming Bellow, Shep. You know, eventually we'll get there. We already have, what is that, 5 Bellows applied? There's no way that's 5 Bellows. No, that's 4 Bellows applied on the enemy characters. You can see the amount of Bellows, because it's the... Man at Arms is the only character that's actually doing anything with this stupid team. But yeah, he's the only character that's actually doing anything at all. Do we keep spamming regen? Of course we do. Just keep spamming that regen. He can't break through. He can't break through this team. It's the unkillable comp. There's no way he breaks through. Even if he breaks through sidely, he has to break through the regen and then break through 1 redeem, 2 redeems, 1 exsanguinate, 2 exsanguinates, 3 exsanguinates. It's just so difficult to deal with. And look at that big heal that I just did to the other characters. I can probably even regen out of their store, right? I can regen out of their store. I'm not even in danger from that Antiquarian's Materia Pestis. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go for a punish here. I'm gonna accelerate my win condition just a little bit. You might notice that I do have the Crimson Hook. Honestly, the Crimson Hook might not be the best decision for this team. A Snuff would probably be a little better, because I shouldn't really have to rely on guarding the Flagellant. And against marks and stuns, that would have been a lot better, but I honestly just love the Crimson Hook so much. It lets me bleed characters when I wouldn't be able to. It lets me do way more stress, it lets me get more crits. It's honestly just such a solid trinket that I can't not use it. Keep spamming more Bellows, we're getting closer to the first afflictions. There is no virtue chance on Elox's side, so that's good. It's gonna be so difficult to actually kill that Flagellant. I've just realized I'm gonna have to use my own Flagellant to kill that Flag, because, well, he's essentially unkillable. Suffer is reducing stress taken by 40%, and Wanted of Absolution is healing stress, so what can I do? Nothing. I can do nothing. I can watch and tremble as the Flagellant becomes an invincible character, really. Well, you know the trick. Keep spamming regen. That is the trick here. Keep spamming that regen and we're gonna be fine. He also needs to keep spamming command, because if he doesn't, well, I'm just gonna be able to get some dodges, because Antiquarian has 40 dodge. Because of that Black Diamond Mirror, honestly 40 dodge is a pretty considerable amount. You do need accuracy buffs to deal with that, especially with abilities like Fast Swing Papers. It only has a base 90. Does manage to hit everyone. Fails the bite on the Antiquarian though, that's good. That is pretty good. I'm still healing enough. Yes, I am still healing enough. I'm just gonna go for another guard here and just keep my dodge up. Yeah, put my dodge back up to 77. There's 2 command buffs on that Flagellant, but and Exotic Snuff is kind of drawing that Flash back a little bit, and he's gonna have to go for a Battlefield Medicine soon, because that's a lot of bleeds. I dropped a punish. I dropped like 2 punishes on the Man at Arms, and he just went suffer. So yeah, that's another battlefield medicine. And keep in mind, a battlefield medicine is not a plague grenade. So that is a win for us. And look at that, we're about to get our first affliction by round 6. Yes, we're playing a stress team, and we only got our first affliction by round 6, and oh my god, I could not have wished for better. Abusive Man-at-Arms, okay, he's gonna deal a little more damage with his riposts, but Abusive Man-at-Arms, his act-outs are gonna be wild, because he's gonna be causing a lot of stress to the other characters, and if he decides to act-out hit another character, guess what he does? He causes a stun. Can you imagine stunning that Antiquarian right now? There's no way he'd be able to recover. My regen would just outpace him immensely. It'll just be a wonder to see. I really hope he gets one of those act-outs with the Abusive Man-at-Arms. It's Abusive and Paranoid that have a pretty decent chance of hitting the other characters. I'm not too sure if Irrational does that as well. I'm not too sure. I don't really know where to check out the afflictions because they're a little different from the Circus compared to the base game. Yeah, they are just a touch different, but they're overall very similar. Okay, that's going to be a plague grenade. That's probably a lot of DOT, right? Yeah, it is. It is a pretty big amount of DOT. Well, you know what to do. We're gonna counter it with more rejuvenating vapors. And also, something to be noted here is that Tattered Shoe Toy is probably maybe even the most underrated trinket in the Circus, because it's actually not that bad. It increases his restoration duration for the lick wounds, which is pretty good. It reduces stress taken, which by itself is pretty nice. Increases healing received, which is really good when paired with something like a Flagellant and the Tears of the Lost Antiquarian. And also increases the stress relief skills, as we've already seen with that Cry Havoc. It's kind of a situational trinket, because technically it works for every situation, but it's honestly not gonna work for every situation. I mean, yeah, it has more healing received and restoration duration, but that's probably still not gonna save you from a Mark team like the Halo comp. Yeah, probably still not gonna save you. I'm gonna just keep guarding here, honestly. I feel like this is fine. No passing. Yeah, we waited until the very end of the torch, but no passing. No passing shall happen today. Absolutely no passing. And, I mean, Elox must be desperate here. Absolutely desperate, because it's been very difficult to break through. My Man-at-Arms is taking some punishment now, though, I will be honest. Yeah, Man-at-Arms is taking some punishment. I might change up the thingies again. You know what? I have an idea here. Oh, it could be very risky. There's no way he does 7 damage, right? Okay, only does 4. I was kind of concerned there because Abusive Man-at-Arms, right? A little bit more damage being done, but no, fortunately not. Man-at-Arms is still not able to do enough. That's a Festering Vapors. Yeah, my own Man-at-Arms is definitely in danger here. I'm starting to take a lot of DOT, I'm starting to take a lot of stress. I need to do something to deal with it. I'm gonna apply regen again. That's gonna be the first thing I'm doing. I'm not quite at the affliction level right now. It's just kind of sad because we didn't get that Cry Havoc just a little bit before this happened. So that's kind of why we've been having a bad time with this Man-at-Arms. Yeah, I definitely need to go for a stress heal now, or I'm just gonna get afflicted. Yeah, it's gonna be like Festering Vapors and I'm pretty much done. If it crits, I'm gonna have to go for a stress heal now. Oh, that's just unlucky. 88% chance and we failed again. Well, I guess this Man-at-Arms is just destined to go afflicted, which is really sad because he's the only character that's actually doing anything in terms of offense here. And, oh, that's so close. That is so close. That is way too close for comfort. And I'm taking 26 damage over time. That is too much. I have an idea. It's a little silly, but it is still a good idea. Well, 26, I'm healing that amount. Nah, I have to do it. I'm gonna go for a Suffer here, right? We have to go for a Suffer. I mean, maybe not. Maybe we don't have to go for a Suffer. Let's go for a Punish here. It's gonna crit me in return. That's gonna reduce stress taken, but I'm still fine with that. He has to go for a Battlefield Medicine right now, or that Man-at-Arms just eats way too much. Yeah, there goes Battlefield Medicine. But I can keep using these Punishes, honestly. I'm fine with that. And 97 stress. Oh, 97 stress. Okay, I'm getting so close to those afflictions. One more bellow. It's been 7 bellows. and that Antiquarian and Plague Doctor are finally getting up there. Oh, is that enough? 666, no, not quite. Oh, 666, that's a satanic number. No, 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 we don't want that on our channel. How much am I taking? Okay, I'm still taking 26. I would be down to 4 HP. I can go for a redeem though. I can go for a redeem. I'm fine with this. I'm gonna drop a bell that's gonna cost 2 afflictions, and even though the Man-at-Arms is at the brink of collapse here, his team is gonna get the afflictions now, and this is when stuff starts to get good. So Fearful, why is that wonderful? I'll explain why Fearful is the best affliction we could have gotten right here. Guess what? Fearful is a minus 25% damage debuff. With Bellows stacked on top, with protection on my characters, there is no way in hell that Antiquarian is going to do even a single point of damage to my characters. So once we actually drop to this door, it's not even going to matter, because the Antiquarian won't be able to do damage to us, so we'll just be totally fine here. He's going to have to use the other characters to actually beat us. So this is definitely kind of a toxic team to play against, honestly, come to think of it, because if it works, it works. Yeah, that's kind of a sad thing. If it works, man, it doesn't work. Let's drop another Rejuvenating Vapors, right? That's the idea here. Yeah, Rejuvenating Vapors first, just do that, and we'll be fine. I am thinking of changing the guard to that Man-at-Arms, and then just go crazy with the Cry Havoc. Because if I just start spamming Cry Havoc, with the minus stress taken, I might be able to save him. I might be able to actually make him go unafflicted. Yep, there we go. First turn, immediate pass. That is just wonderful. That is what we've been hoping for the last 9 rounds. That is exactly what we've been hoping for. I'm gonna change the guard here. Wait, am I gonna change the guard? You know what? Not yet. I feel like I don't have to. I'm just gonna clear the stress like this. I feel like this is fine. I'm gonna clear the stress like this, and this is how we do it. After this, I might even go Suffer here, instead of going Redeem. And yeah, I'm gonna go Suffer actually. I am gonna go Suffer. That's a little bit more stress being applied. Oh, this is so good. Thing is, we're gonna have to start using Festering Vapors and Hound's Harry by the point they actually get to heart attacks. Because by the time that happens, they're going to be able to heal each other with like Rejuvenating Vapors, just heal out of heart attacks, heal with Battlefield Medicine. So I'm definitely going to have to start using my other abilities when it comes to that. But honestly, most of the work will be done already by then. And look at that. Even though he got a crit with the Festering Vapors, still did 0 damage. Still did 0 damage. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, we're gonna change the guard. No, don't change the guard. Don't change the guard. Oh, he's so screwed. He is so screwed. Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna play a little greedy. I'm gonna bet that the Antiquarian will be unable to do a single point of damage to my Flagellant, and I'm just gonna keep using Suffer. Because I think I can keep my Flagellant at this door. Why is that? Well, 10% prot, Fearful, Bellow debuffs. There's no way he does even a single point of damage with that Antiquarian. The sweet spot is Fearful and minus 40% damage. If there's that, even if there's 5% protection, I have a feeling, this is after like a year and a half of Circus, I have a feeling that the Antiquarian can't do damage even if she gets a crit. I'm not sure, this is just speculation, but I have a pretty good feeling that's how it works. I have a pretty good feeling that after Fearful and 2 Bellow debuffs, if there's just a single point of protection, her damage will be lowered to below 0, so even if she gets a crit, no damage will be pulled through. So that's what we're going to be experimenting with here. We're going to go Suffer and we're going to see how that works. I mean, even if damage comes through, Suffer is buffing up our death blow resistance, so this could still be okay. Oh, that's scary. That is scary. Crap. No, you know what? I can just click here. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna be at this door now, so I'm gonna reduce my accuracy by a little bit, but it shouldn't matter. Oh, it matters a little bit. Yeah, I might start missing that Antiquarian now, but honestly, it's not too concerning. We're just gonna keep spamming Suffer here. Yeah, we're gonna drop to this door, right? We're taking 18, 18, 8. Yeah, we're definitely dropping to Death's Door here. We're gonna heal the other characters when you drop to Death's Door. Maybe even get a crit heal or something. Yeah, not even the Plague Doctor does damage, by the way. Does she have Incision? She does. Yeah, she does have Incision. And now we're just gonna use Suffer. We're gonna use Suffer, we're gonna clear that TOT. And Elox right now is gonna be thinking, yes, I got him! I'm gonna be able to kill the Flagellant now! Yay! No, you won't. How are you gonna kill the Flagellant? You're gonna go Festering Vapors? Come on, try it. Try it. Yeah, go Festering Vapors. See what happens. That's right. 0 damage. You can't break through the Flagellant. It's unbreakable. The defense is unbreakable. Can't use Stab if guarded. Sad. And here's the funny part. Here's the part that's the most beautiful. Elox has been commenting under my videos every single time I use an Antiquarian. Why don't you just bring Nervous Stab? You'll be able to do damage even if they have protection and you have Bellow debuffs. Every single video that I forget to bring Nervous Stab and suffer from this exact same thing that's happening right now. Every single video, Elox just goes, you should have brought Nervous Stab, like in a very respectful manner as well. I'm definitely very happy that those comments happened, because it's making the situation all the better for me, honestly. It's making it absolutely perfect, because oh, the stun on top, this is just nasty. Even by bringing Nervous Stab, you can't break through the guards here. The unkillable comp is just so nasty. It's just such a nasty team. Yeah, Elox is saying, so that is the worst thing that could have happened. I was saving her turn to heal the Man-at-Arms. Yeah, heal the Man-at-Arms. Yeah, maybe heal the Man-at-Arms after he has a heart attack or something like that. This is just totally insane. Can you imagine how helpless, how hopeless Elox must be feeling? If Elox could go through Affliction check right now, I can tell you 100%. He would be hopeless. He would be like this Plague Doctor right now. Because what can he do to break through? He only has like one thing he might be able to do, which is just start punishing that Houndmaster. But even if he does a lot of pressure to the Houndmaster, guess what? I can suffer both ways. I can suffer both ways. I don't mind. I can suffer the Man-at-Arms. I can suffer the Doggy. I am fine here. Actually, I'm in such a fine position that I don't even have to suffer right now. I don't even have to use Suffer. The region is just covering everything beautifully, because all the passes, the stun that just happened, means that I'm not even in danger of dropping to Death's Door with one of my characters. I moved back with the Man-at-Arms, finally. I feel like there was an act out or something like that ages ago. No, it was the Rampart. It was the Rampart by like round 3 or something that pushed back the Flash. And now, that's the first heart attack by round 12. 12 rounds of a stress team just going ham with Bellow, and finally we've caused a heart attack. And honestly, I feel like the Man-at-Arms might just be dead here. I don't have to go Suffer, I'm just gonna go Punish. And that might not do enough stress. No, not enough stress. But that's very close to being enough stress. I'm actually quite surprised I didn't do enough stress here. How did I not do enough? Yeah, I mean, I did do a pretty big amount, but I guess it wasn't quite enough. Oh, that's a bit more being applied. Oh, he's not gonna go for a heal on the Man-at-Arms. I mean, what kind of heal would he go for? Maybe just a Rejuvenating Vapors or something like that? Oh, that's just not gonna be enough to save him, honestly. Well, you know what? I don't even have to go Hansari or anything. I'm just gonna keep spamming Cry Havoc. I'm gonna make Elox feel as hopeless as possible here. I'm gonna remove the Affliction on my own Man-at-Arms. Honestly, I have no idea how I didn't figure out earlier that I could have just guarded a Flagellant and this would have been beautiful, because once you play a team like this, you'll be surprised by how ridiculously strong it can actually be, because if it works, oh man, it works. Don't expect it to be like this every single time, because I can assure you it won't. It won't be even near as good as this, like, most of the time. If you play against the Mark team, chances are your Antiquarian is gonna get pulled, she's gonna get shot through a guard, and then she's gonna get killed by a Dirk Stab or something like that. Look at that! Even with the crits, there's just nothing you can do. The Flagellant just eats up all that lovely DOT. Doesn't die, because Festering Vapors just can't break through the protection, can't break through the Bellow debuffs. And this is just so nasty. And honestly, even with the Flagellant being as much of a tank as he is, I also have a flatulent. We both have the raid bosses. And the thing is, my flatulent is gonna outpace yours because the flatulent will be here. He will watch the entire team die before he does. But by that point, there's no way that he's going to be able to win because I'll have an entire team supporting my flatulent and he will have nothing. He will have nothing on his side besides clinging to that Gauntlet of Absolution, hoping that it will save him as he comes to the realization that it just simply won't be enough. I'm gonna use that guard dog again, just so I don't break the guard. That would actually be quite nasty here. If I for some reason forgot to go guard dog and he just got the immediate 20% death blow, I could actually lose, because I don't have anything to deal with that flatulent. My men at arms isn't enough to deal with him, and while Hound's Harry and Festering Vapors are pretty good, they might not be enough at this stage of the game to actually just break through a character like the flatulent here, to be totally honest. I'm gonna go for the punish first. Yeah, just go for the punish first. I could go for a suffer, and I will actually, because I'm not liking the amount of DOT that's being applied to a doggy. I feel like another punish hitting, and this could be quite nasty. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna apply another rejuvenating vapors, and we're gonna be chill. We are in the winning seat. We don't have to play risky. We have to play in a way that we can ensure victory. It's round 14. It's round 14 and we still only have one character down. Though the Plague Doctor and the Antiquarian are getting kind of close. And if you count the amount of bellows that have gone through so far, it was 1 bolster, 13 bellows. It's 13 on 1, the proportion of moves that the Man-at-Arms has used bellow on. And I can assure you it's only gonna keep getting better. It's only gonna keep getting better for the bellows, that is. Just keep spamming that bellow. It's so beautiful when a silly idea like this one actually works. Because let me tell you, Elox's team is really threatening. With that rejuvenating vapors, the threat of the festering vapors, as well as the flatulent being here, as well as that Man-at-Arms being impossible to break through, because keep in mind, a damage team would have a really hard time against this, even though there's a Plague Doctor in action. Like, if you guard with the Men-at-Arms, I would be unable to break through all that stun resistance with something like a Crusader. With the regens being done, and with a couple festering vapors, maybe even a Plague Grenade that got through, I would be totally screwed, and he could even clear the marks. Not only that, he still has good answers to everything else with that flatulent, and overall just the amount of DOT pressure that he has. I mean, Gauntlet of Absolution is just a really solid trinket against the stress team. Usually, not against this one. Yeah, usually it is a really good tool to deal with just about anything. But yeah, the Unkillable Comp is that kind of niche team that you just don't see being used at all recently. I mean, back in the day it was still relatively used. Also, we just regened first 15 because of the Charter Chew toy, by the way. Back in the day, teams like this did actually show up a little more because people liked experimenting with stupid stuff. Now people just like experimenting with flatulent and then whatever else. I guess this is a flatulent experiment as well. I mean, maybe I'm overstepping my boundaries here a little bit. This is also a flatulent team, just making use of the flatulent being a crazy overpowered character. And yeah, it is kind of what's going on here, but it's a little different. Flatulent is not the star of the team. He's a solid character, but he's not the star of the team. You could do this with a Crusader, for example. You could pull this off with a Crusader, though I'd rather just use a Flatulent, because overall, I mean, Flatulent is so solid. Yeah, Flatulent is just a beautiful character to be used here. And honestly, even if you go Punish right now, on this Man-at-Arms, that DOT is adding up. Guess what's gonna happen? One more Suffer is gonna come through, even though my Flatulent might be eating goodness knows how much DOT. It won't be enough to kill him, because DOT, Bleeds and Blights do not kill at SR in the Butcher's Circus, and thank goodness they don't, because stupid strategies like this would be impossible. That's gonna be a crit heal for 18 because of the Tattered Shoe Toy. Finally, the stress heals are actually being applied a little more here. The Man-at-Arms is still like standing firm at that 110 stress point. Really sad that he got afflicted that early. He's gonna keep spamming that punish. Well, we know what to do. You can only do 11 stress, I heal 23, and I can use Suffer, and all your lovely bleeds and lovely blights are gonna go away and put straight onto this Flatulent, taking 28 DOT a turn. He doesn't care. He's just gonna eat all of that up. He's gonna keep staying healthy. And I haven't even used a single heal with the Flagellant, by the way. I've just been able to keep him at death's door without using a single heal. Can you believe that? Can you actually believe that? It's round 15 and the Flagellant hasn't used even one redeem. Isn't that brutal? Isn't that absolutely brutal? We're gonna go for another Bellow, and yeah, that's what's gonna start happening. Elox definitely going for a good play here, using that rejuvenating vapors, because even after a heart attack comes through, he's just gonna regen out of that storm and he's gonna be able to withstand another heart attack. But by the time that happens, I'm just gonna start using Haunseri. I'm gonna rely on those afflictions, doing some nasty things, and we're gonna overall have a pretty good time here. Yeah, that's essentially the idea. We could go for that right now, actually. No, this is still fine. Yeah, this is still fine. We're gonna go for another card just so we get the dodge back up. Yeah, just do that for this time as we are right now. Then probably just go another Suffer, go another Bellow, cause the first heart attacks, and after that I can start spamming Festering Vapors and Haunseri. I might be able to start spamming Festering Vapors right now, actually. I'm probably gonna miss a lot, to be honest. Yeah, I am probably gonna miss a lot, but it's probably still a good idea. I'm gonna go for Bellow first, or am I? Or am I? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go for a Suffer first. Okay, how much DOT do I have now? Let's check. 24 bleed, 14 blight. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Just how do you break through a Flagellant like this? You can't. Can you imagine, like, if you had something like a Jester with Dirk Stab, there's no way in hell I could do this. But against a team like this, oh, it's beautiful. But if you had the Jester with Dirk Stab, Bellow would be destroying him right now, and regen heals, redeem heals would still do absolutely great here. I might be able to get a death blow right now, actually. I'm gonna go for a Bellow here. Am I gonna get the first pass? No, no passes. I've been fearful for I don't know how long, and I haven't gotten a single pass, which is definitely pretty lucky. I'm gonna use my first Festering Vapors of the round. By round 16. Yeah, it's round 16 and I'm gonna use the first Festering Vapors. It's just insane what a team like this can do. It's just such a... It really is a breath of fresh air, because it's not every day you see something like this. The Antiquarian finally charges up her offensive actions and drops that Festering Vapors, almost killing both of those characters. She's been waiting for so long to actually go aggressive once. She hasn't even just been using like Flash Powder or anything like that. No, she was spamming Rejuvenating Vapors for 16 rounds. How much healing is that? Considering that it's 3 per 4 rounds for each character, so that's 12, that's 48 total, so it's 48 times 16. That's the amount of HP that she actually healed. That Plague Doctor is dead here. I can just click the Man at Arms, and if I don't pass, the Plague Doctor is gonna have a heart attack and she's gonna be gone. There's gonna be 2 characters gone. First one was by like round 12, I think. And now the second one is going to be by round 17. Probably going to drop a redeem with that Flagellant. The DOT is also adding up between the odd punish and now the Festering Vapors as well. Yeah, gonna drop a redeem. That's not gonna save you. That's 1 redeem down. I still haven't used a single redeem, and now he's down 1. He's down 1 redeem. Oh, this is so nasty. I'm so sorry, Elox. You're such a good person. I can't believe I'm actually doing something as dirty as this to you and you're still not surrendering. I wouldn't blame you for it, honestly. I probably would. I mean, when you're as hopeless as this in terms of counter pick, it's just really sad. We're applying a little bit of stress onto that flash. Yeah, just a bit of stress, honestly. Why am I not applying the stress from Crimson Hook? What is going on here? Like I'm just doing 12 stress instead of the 15 I should be. I don't know, is it because I have Suffer equipped? No idea. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing that happens because the Butcher Circus has potato code. Yeah, Butcher Circus has potato code, so Crimson Hook sometimes will apply the extra stress from the enemy characters being bled. Sometimes it won't. It's just really weird. Crimson Hook will apply that with the Houndmaster. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, how did that happen? Was I not guarding? What happened to the Bellow debuffs? Did they not go through? What happened? No! Am I gonna lose this? Oh my god. How did the Flagellant die? How did she do damage? Oh my god, okay. Yeah, it was only one Bellow debuff. Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, no, 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 this is fine. This is... Holy shit, how did the tables turn? Oh my god. Oh my god, there is no way. How did my Flagellant die? Died immediately as well, even with all those suffers I did. Okay, he's gonna be using suffer. Oh my god, I actually have to... Oh, gee, only Mary, Mother of Joseph. Okay, I might actually lose this. Alright, here's the thing. My first pass, I might actually lose this. You've got to be shitting me. Okay. No, we're probably still fine here. We're probably still fine. The Flagellant is now on a lot of healing. I have a lot of dodge. The dodge is great for us here, because the Flagellant has exotic snuff and doesn't have any permanent accuracy buffs. So he's gonna have a really hard time breaking through my Houndmaster and Antiquarian, but now he actually has a winning chance because my Flagellant somehow died. I don't even know how that happened. Did the Bellow debuffs just not get applied? I was spamming Bellow this entire time. I was so sure that it was still at minus 40. Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, one more Bellow, come on. We know how it goes, just keep spamming those Bellows. Maybe one of the debuffs just didn't get applied. It's a 90% chance of applying it every time. Maybe one of them just wasn't put through, or the timings were off, or... I don't know what happened. I don't know, that's the problem here. Okay. If he doesn't go for a heal, I might be able to do something good here. Yeah, that's a dodge. Ooh, that is... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I have a double chance of actually just getting a death blow here. That's gonna be a Hound's Heavy crit as well, so that's definitely gonna do enough stress. Flagellant stays alive. And right now I'm gonna drop a Festering Papers, and this might just be all she wrote for Elox anyway. Maybe we had just a bit of a jump scare, but there was no danger in the end. Ooh, there was no danger, you say, Shep. There's a redeem coming. Are you gonna jinx yourself again 2 times in the same video? Come on, Shep. There's no way you do something like that, right? Yeah, I am still at 57 dodge, so his hit chance really isn't all that good, especially with Exsanguinate. 85 base accuracy, getting reduced to 81 because of exotic snuff. Ew, what a stinky trinket. Can you imagine using exotic snuff? Ew, really stinky as a trinket. I'm obviously just joking, exotic snuff is a pretty fine trinket, but once the Man-at-Arms dies, and the Man-at-Arms was the character that was applying the accuracy buffs, once the Man-at-Arms goes down, it gets really rough for teams like Elox here, because that Flagellant just can't hit the broadside of a barn from inside it. Yeah, that Exsanguinate, he's just totally blind. He is totally blind. Oh, that Antiquarian might be in danger here, actually. All I have to do might be just to stay still for a bit. Now let me tell you, a team like this loves staying still. Yeah, it really does love staying still. I'm just gonna use a Rejuvenating Vapors here, and I'm gonna use like a command or something. And the Antiquarian is gonna be forced to go first because the Flagellant is dazed. And the DOT is gonna drop her down to 0 and she'll have a heart attack from that. So definitely identify these situations so you can actually come off ahead. Because right now going for a Bell would have just made her have a heart attack, would have just made her be, you know, essentially just surviving for a little longer than what she would actually have to. We're definitely gonna use a guard dog here. It's gonna bring our dodge up a little bit more. So even though he managed to take our Flagellant out, it was probably too little too late, because I mean, by the point he took my Flagellant out, his entire team was already dead. So I will very likely be able to deal with this, because I'm healing for almost as much as he's doing punish damage, and I still have a decent amount of damage output here. Do I? Do I really? Okay, Bellow is doing 3 stress. Bellow is doing 3 stress, so I'm gonna need... how many rounds is that? I'm gonna need like another 15 rounds of Bellow to actually do enough. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it because there's no way he wins this. He has to get exceptionally lucky to keep hitting my doggy after I stack 2 dodge debuffs. 2 dodge buffs, I mean. He has to get exceptionally lucky to keep hitting my doggy, and I can just keep spamming Bellow. And if we get to round 40, I'm just gonna win on time, because you might not know it, but by round 41, there's like, I've never actually gotten to round 41, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never actually gotten to round 41, but by that time, there's something that happens, which I believe is just the the circus like decides a winner or something weird like that, and at that point, the game makes like a calculation based on your remaining HP or stress or something, and it just picks a winner for you, and that's why there's no draws in the circus. That's one of the reasons why there's no draw in the circus. Yeah, that's just gonna keep missing. Just gonna keep missing. I mean, I have 77 dodge. Let's calculate the hit chance. It's 100 plus 10, so that's 110 minus 4. So it's 106 accuracy against 77 dodge. So each punish that he does has a 29% hit chance. Oh, that is sad. That is one sad punish. And the Elox just types me right now. Get ready to see Exsanguinate hit. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that. I don't think he even has a hit chance with Exsanguinate. I mean, once he does drop to Death's Door, it's gonna have a bit of a better chance. I'm gonna drop him to Death's Door, just see if he wants to go Exsanguinate. Honestly, this is a bad play, because by going Festering Vapors, I'm gonna give him the plus accuracy and damage from being at Death's Door, but I also potentially just get a Death Blow if he decides not to go Exsanguinate here. But when he drops to Death's Door, yeah, so it's a good and it's a bad play. It's like, it's an escalating play, let's put it that way. I'm just gonna keep dropping Rejuvenating. I'm just gonna wait for him to drop down to 0. That's definitely the best thing I can do here. I'm just gonna keep spamming that guard dog, keep spamming that regen, and make it so he can't break through the Houndmaster. I mean, each punish he actually hits is getting me closer to afflictions, but for that to actually work, it's gonna be very, very difficult for him. I'm gonna move forward to position 1 here. Fearful has a chance of moving himself back, so I just move to position 1 and just get that out of the way. It's gonna take 2 act outs until I actually move to position 3 again. I don't want to be in position 3 because then you can punish my Antiquarian, and I don't want to mess around with that. I definitely don't want to mess around with punishing my Antiquarian, because if that happens, well, the damage starts being spread a little too much for my own taste. It would probably be fine, honestly. Yeah, it would probably be fine. But I don't want to go right there, right now. Yeah, just keep the situation as it is. It is still winning, and we're just gonna enjoy our position of dominance here. Just keep using our Rejuvenating Vapors. We're gonna put my opponent in check here now. The Flagellant is gonna drop down to 0, and I do believe he already suffered 1 Death's Door check, right? Maybe 1, maybe 2? 2 Death's Door checks. So if he doesn't go for an Exsanguinate right now, I'm gonna have a 40% chance of just killing him. And Exsanguinate 19% hit chance. And it's a dodge. Oh, I'm so sad to see that. RIP says Elox. You know what? I'm gonna give you another chance. I'm gonna go Lick Runes, and I'm gonna give him another chance. I'm gonna send him a message. You get another chance. You get another chance. And I'm gonna send him a heart emoji. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do another Bellow. I'm gonna give him another chance, and now his hit chance is gonna be a little better. He sends back an aww and another heart emoji. If he hits an Exsanguinate, can he win the match? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about that. As strong as the Flagellant is, this is just a really tough spot to be in. Because if you had something like a Battle Ballad buff, this would have been a lot better. Oh, it actually works! It actually works. What was the hit chance? What was the hit chance? What was the hit chance, I asked? That is insane how that actually managed to pull through. 19! Wow. Wow, 19% hit chance, yeah. It might have been a little more now, because I did let one of the guard buffs go away. Might have been a little bit more than 19, but I don't know. It's an Exsanguinate. Accuracy is so freaking bad. Also, did I really go Festering Vapors and it did 0 stress? Or like 0 point? Are you kidding me? That is unlucky. Well, the Manarams decides to pass. Oh well, what can you do? Oh no, maybe I went... Maybe I'm just kidding myself, yeah. Maybe I went with Rejuvenating Vapors instead. Yeah, I probably did, honestly. Let's go Festering Vapors now. Let's get him down to 0 again. Let's do that, and that's not gonna be enough. But I'm gonna drop another Hanseri, and it's gonna be enough to get him down to 0 in 3 rounds, which is what I want to have happen. Are we gonna make it to round 40 here? I sure hope not. Okay, bleed. Yeah, that's the bleed. So, in 3 rounds, he's gonna take down to 0, and he's gonna be forced to use his last Exsanguinate. And if that fails, it's gonna be all over for Mr. Flash. And men at arms, have you been keeping count on the amount of bellows? It's not that hard to count. It's 1 bolster, 27 bellows. Though I do believe there are already like 2 passes, so maybe like 1 bolster, 25 bellows. Yeah, 25 bellows, and the flagellant is still not afflicted. Come on, how is that possible? Seriously, how is that even possible? Well, we're just gonna keep guarding now. Keep bringing that dodge up. We're up to 57. We want to bring it back up to 77. And yeah, just put my opponent in check again, and honestly just enjoy the situation here. It's gonna take another 2 rounds. Ooh, man-at-arms passes again. It's ruining our bellow ratio. Elox says, reminder that Gauntlet is a balanced trinket. Yeah, it's taking me, like, what, 15 rounds to safely dispose of this flagellant. Yeah, just let that image sink into your head. 15 rounds, like pretty much 15 rounds, to safely dispose of the flagellant here, because I am pretty much playing as good as I should be. Because if I stop going for this, for these regions, if I stop going for these guards, he's gonna start hurting real fast, because flagellant punish hurts. And if he gets a lucky 25% death blow, it's all over for Mr. Doggy. It really is all over. Yeah. Bellow is just, it really isn't a tool for the job if you want to kill a Fladge. Okay, I have 77 dodge. He doesn't have minus healing anymore. Come on, Exsanguinate. Hit chance, probably still 19. And now, the true test. Hold fast. Or oh, it's a dodge. It's a dodge. Round 31. RIP, says Elox. RIP indeed. Indeed, RIP, indeed. I'm just gonna go Houndsary. I'm just gonna go ham now. Just keep spamming that festering vapors. I don't think we're gonna make it to round 40 today. It was a really good attempt, but I doubt we'll make it to round 40. That's just gonna be the festering vapors death blow. So GG Elox. I hope y'all enjoy the match, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.